Is Julian from the room with a segment of what type of trader are you? I feel like this is a very important step, very important thing to understand, very important thing to realize. But before I get into it, let me just take you through one trade. You see to the upside, we see that it had 8 momentum, green momentum to the upside. On the 5 minute, it has a blue super pink, and then on the 15 minute, it has a blue super pink as well. And so with 8 momentum, I'm taking the trade. For now, as I see it right now, I'll be taking it for 3. Right now, it looks good for 3. But let's do a open take profit on the UC and not just steal for 3. And I'll show you how my bias changed on that while I'll explain what type of trader are you. So the 5 minute has changed to a super yellow. So now we have the first one I'm going to talk about is a reversal trader. Being a reversal trader, you have to understand that you're not going against the trend. All you're doing is going with the trend. So you're, for example, on the UC, has been selling and you're buying low. So the example of me buying low is all going to lead to it being selling high again, right? So I bought low and I'm going to expect this now that it has a confirmed super yellow to the upside. I'm now going to go into the orange road. So that looks to me about 5 pips. And if the 15 minute also closes with the super arrow, I'll be willing to take that one into the orange road. So I'll keep it open, take profit. So being a reversal trader, blues and super yellows, those are the main reversal signals. As you see on any time you see a yellow, it's really close to the BB bands. Most, probably about 95% of the time, a yellow is very close to the BB bands, and so is a blue. And so if you see those together with momentum, it's a great trade, great reversal trade, great retracement, and definitely, even on the UC, it is 2. See, it's not. If it was 3-0 to the downside on UC, I'll be more worried to take the UC to the upside. But since we have a daily pointing up, even though it's still there and we don't have a new signal, I'm still taking that as a up for me. That's for me, that is a 1, 2, 3. That is 3-2 to the upside. And with my blues going into prior, with the momentum in, I feel like it's a very great trade. Okay, so that's reversal trading. And keep in mind, guys, that's my UC. Taking one trade to the upside and see how it pans out. Okay, so that is reversals, right, on the UC. Now the next type of trader I'm going to talk about is going to be a trend trader. And we're going to move to the UJ. To the UJ, being a trend trader means that you're taking either you have a short-term trend or you have a long-term trend. If you're having a long-term trend on the UJ, if you're going by the orange line being under the yellow, the trend is actually 3-2 to the downside for the trend, but the 3-2, the 2, the 15, and the 5 are pointing up right now, and so that's like you can trade right now the 15 and the 5 minute going to the upside. After that steep move, but now for me, it's really close to the purple bands. So being just a trend trader, I'm really more looking for downs. Even though the 1 hour is pointing to the upside, the 4 hour is slightly pointing to the upside, and the daily, it looks like it's pointing down. So taking trades to the upside makes sense, they do make sense at the time, but for me, being a trend trader, technically, would have to be waiting for more downs, and that would be, red DX, and I'll be looking for downs. More downs would make sense to me. as a trend trader. So the UJ, we're going down. We're predicting it to go down. And that's the trend trader, right? Okay, the next type of trader we're going to talk about is an ATM type of trader. At the moment scores. And we're going to move on to Euro USD. Euro USD right now has a 1 up on the daily, 1 down on the 4 hour, 1 up on the 1 hour, on the 15 and on the 5 we have downs. So it is 3-2 to the downside ATM. And so we're looking for red momentum, green DX to get us into a trade going to the downside. And these are, there it is, there's our red momentum. So we're taking the trade, it's 3-2 to the downside, and we're in the trade. And there's even higher higher momentum, and we take that trade for what it is. And now we're getting a super pink as well. We even have correlating UJ going to the upside and UC going to the upside, so EU going down is also a very, very great trade. That's just with ATM. Now if we were to take our last type of trader in the room, would be ATM plus trend. So at the moment scores plus the trend, and see how it goes for you. And we're going to go to pound USD. The GU on the left hand side of the map, on the chart, sorry. And we're going to go to the ATM first. The ATM is 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. So it's 4-1 to the upside, and the trend is going to be 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. So the trend is 4 up, and the daily is pointing to the upside. So I mean, it's 4-1 to the upside, but the daily is also pointing to the upside. So we have a 4-1 to the upside for the GU ATM scores, and we have a 4-1 or 5-5-0 if you're counting the orange line right here pointing to the upside for GU up. So we're looking for ups on the GU, and there's momentum. There's a 15-minute right here. There's a 5-minute right here. This is one of the trades we look for, but for me the DXs are kind of slow. This does look like a double right here. It's where Jazz Friend orange line is as well, going to the upside, but these signals aren't strong enough for me yet. Reds, just spreads by themselves, you have 1 red, 2 reds, 3 reds, in a daily, it can be a good trade for 3 pips, but I'm really looking for maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 pips. I don't want to take a trade. I don't want to be able to take it. I don't want to take trades that only give me 3 pips. I want to be in great trades that go for a lot. That's why I wait for a lot of momentum. So in between all these type of traders you can be, add momentum onto your trades and you will be successful. So whatever type of trader you may be, add the momentum, and one momentum could be your type of trader, but for me, I like high momentum. I like 4, 5, 8s, 9s. I like the DX to be 3, 4s. I don't like the DX to be 1 whenever I trade. I like it to be very high. Okay, so that's what type of trader you can be, guys. It just all depends on what do you feel like. How do you want to master trading? And I just found myself on the blues. I had to take a journey in order to find the type of trader I am. In order for this all to make sense, you have to just really go out there and find what type of trader you are. Write it down, write your steps, see how you feel about the things you do, about the trades you take. And once you become a master at one type of trader, then you can be good to take, you know, more than one type of trader. You know, you can take trending with the ATM. Now you can be trending the ATM with the reversals like me. You know, you can take it all. You can just trade it all and just really enjoy trading. Okay, so awesome. Here goes the UJ to the upside as it moved to the orange line and went right up is what Jasperin looks for, and that was his move, and he liked that. And see, for me, I'm still looking for downs. You know, that going to the purple lines and bouncing off, and also on the UJ, 1 hour it's close, and the 4 hour it's flat. So I'm looking for downs on the UJ. I'm just waiting for my signals. The UC, I'm still satisfied. It went up into the 5-minute orange road, and now the 15-minute has closed successfully with this setup. And so any more help that it gives me to the upside is just going to make me more confident that it's going to keep continuing to rise into the orange road, into the prior, into the golden road. And we see that one of our trades have won, which would be Euro USD to the downside. Pretty sure that was about 5 pips in that move, and that was being a ATM trader on the Euro USD, and we won. And the GU right now, it is still not performing. It's going down, but it shows very good potential pointing back up. You know, it has its 1 hour signal pointing to the downside, but it's a yellow. And now we have good momentum going back up, and now we have a super pink. So about this area at the bottom of this, we could have been in a trade without momentum, but let's wait for momentum to get us into the trade to be into a better trade. Now there's our first momentum bars. You take it here, or you wait for the DX to turn red and give you higher momentum, and then you're into the trade. We see on the UJ that is starting to pan out. We had a super yellow pointing to the downside with one momentum, and that super yellow pointing to the downside is now making the ATMs 2-3. Still, it's 2-3 to the upside, or 3-2 to the upside. And a super yellow with momentum, also with the 15-minute new signals. I would definitely be taking a trade to the downside. A DX switch, a super yellow being, yeah, that's going to go to the orange line. It's a super arrow, so way stronger than a normal arrow. So we'll be taking a trade. We can take a trade right here. You know, there was a super yellow that flashed down earlier, so that's good signs for us, right? To the downside. Now we're in the UJ down, and everything is starting to make sense. So everything that built up with us, say example a 1 hour signal or a 4 hour signal, going to the downside would make our bias even stronger, and we can successfully gain more pips, right? And the UJ, you know, it went into the prior, touched the purple lines, and had a small bounce. But I'm not looking for this right here. I need a super arrow, just like this super arrow or this super arrow, to take it back down. If it's not a super arrow against blues, it's not going to basically work against blues. And there's one more type of trader I want to add into there. One more type of trader, guys. The last trader is going to be an arrow trader. You know, you can be in arrow traders. Certain color of arrow, certain color of arrows can mean something different to you. This one right here takes a lot of time and practice. You know, you have to understand the markets first before you're able just to trade arrows and what they mean to you, or what the signals. You know, this is what MT has. You know, we don't know. We can look at the signals and go with it and win, or we can have the signals mean something to us. Like me, a blue arrow means a lot to me. So that would explain why other arrows mean a lot to other people. And this is 2 tips I can say, or 3 tips. I already gave you the blues and the yellows being reversal trades. Pinks are more of a powerful trending trade, and reds are just more confirmed trades, smaller trades. This works for pretty much anything, guys. Please listen, this is important. If you're trading arrows, if you trade arrow to arrow, for example, how I always trade blue to blue, like on the EU, blue to blue. So to me, this blue to this blue was a successful trade. Now I need to look for something else. Same thing applies. Let's say, here it goes. Let me get another one. Yellow to yellow on this GU 5 minute. This super yellow, and it has to be the same color arrow. This super yellow with this super pink. It was super yellow. I'll be done trading at the time. That's a confirmed trade for me. Example right here, you have a red 5 minute and then a red 5 minute on the EU pointing to the upside. I'm pretty much done with that trade, it's confused to me, so I'm looking for better trades. Let's see. Okay, let's see our trades win, and then I can close the video by Jasfrin. This is Jasfrin's recording. Definitely watch his video for definitely tips. I just like his style. This is a great video just to show. And the UJ going to the downside, being a trend trader, is good to us. That is what we see. We have a new active 15 and a 5 minute. They're both super arrows, so we're taking it to the downside. With high momentum, that's all us, right? And the EU, it's having even more signals pointing to the upside. So I'm getting ready to take the EU to the upside. Being ATM, it is 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. So now it's 3-2 to the upside on the EU. So great green momentum to the upside, or even signals disappearing, will make EU up trade be a great trade, right? And we're still looking for the GU. Still looking for it to go with the ATM plus the trend. We trust this is the strongest things that we can do. So we trust the system. We trust the signals. We trust everything about the room. We trust ourselves. We know we made the right trade. The markets aren't just against us. We're going with the strongest bias we can. So we know we're going to win. Confidence plays the major key. And here goes the UC as well. Has a 5 minute pointing to the downside, and it didn't quite go anywhere. So the 5 minute UC going to the downside, even though this was with the trend, it didn't quite go anywhere against these blues. It made a little progress, but this progress wasn't enough for me to take a trade. I don't go against blues. I don't advise anybody to go against blue setups until you have super arrows or they disappear. So yeah, so now we're actually looking for, I'm more biased up on the UC, and we're still in our trade from right here. We're still up quite a few pips. And if this was the drop, let's say if it was a drop back to where I first entered the trade, I wouldn't be mad about just taking a pip. I wouldn't be mad about just taking the pip, because at the same time, if I'm seeing it drop past my level of trade, I'm taking a down trade to the downside and I'm getting in with it. So even if I was taking 1 or 2 trades, I'm still able to do certain things like that. And UJ is still continuing to go down. Very, very awesome. There's no new signals. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna speed up into 30 more minutes and just show you the results of our actual trades. I want to play it out so y'all can see the entry point of when you're actually a trader. So I'm not gonna speed it up. Sorry if you have to just listen to the pain and of me speaking, guys. So we'll just wait and just get our trades in so we can explain everything. I know this is Jasper's video, but this is I love to do this. I love to help people. If I can explain something and help anybody else out, I definitely want to do it. I want to spread the love also. So this is a segment of what type of trader are you? Are you a trending trader? Are you an ATM trader? Are you an ATM plus a trend? Are you a reversal trader? Are you an arrow with signals trader? Are you a momentum trader? You know, these are things we have to ask ourselves. Learn this about yourself, learn your appetite, learn your risk, and you're gonna win every single day. Take your trades. Be picky. Be picky about your trades, guys. Don't just simply take one momentum bar and be like, well, that's kind of good. No, want 8 momentum bars on it. Want high momentum, want great trades, want super arrows, want things to work in your favor. The market and our arrows will give it to you if you want it. If you're expecting it, they will give it to you. So that's where I'm at. I'm definitely expecting this GU to go to the upside. It's just being real slow. It's just panning out what it wants to do right now. We see the only pair that's really working for us is the UJ going to the downside, and then the UC going to the upside right now. We have high momentum, so we take the trade. Boom, we're taking the trade up, and we're still in play. I think there's a 4-hour flashing as well, so that's giving us great trades. And UJ, for being a trending trader, we're going down and we're winning almost close to the orange line. I know Jasper talks about it touching the orange line, but what I notice, I like my trades typically go past the orange line, like a solid candle, not a wick like this. I like solid candles going past the orange line. Now that shows great momentum. I like it when it goes past it. So for example, the GU, it's going, if this candle closes above, that's showing great momentum. I don't like whenever it touches. I like it going past right here. So we're taking the GU to the upside, being an ATM trend trader. Finally, we have a momentum in. We have a 1 hour daily. We have a mem, super pink mem on it, and we have also a mem on the 15. So we're taking that to the upside. So that is trend, we won. ATM, we won. ATM plus the trend, we won, and reversal traders, we won. So yeah, and there goes our EU to the upside with the ATM scores. And yeah, guys, that's it. That is it. I'll show you the results of the UC and everything else, guys, because I showed you the entry points, different styles that I use, different types that I use, and they all work. While in the video, this is amazing, guys. We're gonna get this. This is easy peasy. Ask me any questions that you want to in the room. I have different styles. I understand a lot about the markets, so feel free to ask me. And if you want to ask me about blues, ask me about blues. I'm definitely willing to be. I'll definitely answer. And here's the end result, guys. The GU1 being an ATM trend trader, the EU1 being a ATM trader, the UJ1 being a trend trader, and then the reversals being a blue trader, the reversal, blues and yellows, we won too. And we all won off of different strategies. So pick your pick your poison, guys. Pick how you're going to basically take these markets over, and let's continue to win. Positive thoughts and positive actions, positive affirmations. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope we have great trading. Have a great day. Every time you watch this trading video, have a great day. Have a great week in this trading. Love you guys. Thank you.